From translation, TLB, the Living Bible. This 39th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Leviticus 22 to 23. Leviticus chapter 22, verses 1 to 33. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron and his sons to be very careful how they treat the holy offerings which the people of Israel bring to me, so that they do not bring disgrace upon my holy name. Give them these instructions. If any of you, whether a native Israelite or a foreigner living among you, wants to present a gift to the Lord as a burnt offering, you must do it without fault. Do not bring any offering to me if you have any uncleanness upon you. I am the Lord your God, and I accept only what is perfect and without fault. If any of you has a physical defect, or if he is ceremonially unclean from touching a dead body, or if he has an abnormal discharge, or if he has some skin disease, he must not bring his gift to the altar to be offered to the Lord. If any of your descendants become unclean by touching a dead animal, a human being, or some other creature that is ceremonially unclean, or if they have some abnormal discharge, they cannot eat of the holy gifts until they have been purified. They must wait until evening to be purified, and then they may eat of the holy gifts. When the sun goes down, he will be clean and may eat the holy gifts, because these are his food. You must not eat an animal that has died a natural death or has been torn by wild animals. If you do, it will make you unclean. I am the Lord. The priests must be careful to keep themselves holy, so that they do not bring disgrace upon the holy offerings which the people of Israel present to me. No one outside the priestly family, whether a servant or a hired worker, may eat the holy offerings. But if a priest buys a slave with his own money, that slave may eat the holy food. And if a priest's daughter marries anyone outside the priestly family, she may no longer eat the holy offerings. But if she becomes a widow or is divorced and has no children, and returns to live in her father's home as she did when she was a child, she may eat her father's food again. But no stranger may eat it. If anyone accidentally eats holy meat, he must restore to the priest the value of that meat plus 1/5 more, as a penalty. The priests must not bring disgrace upon the holy offerings which the people of Israel present to me, lest they be punished for violating my sacred laws. So they must be careful not to bring disgrace upon me by eating the holy offerings, for I am the Lord who sanctifies them." And the Lord said to Moses, "Give these instructions to Aaron and his sons. When any of the people of Israel, whether native-born or foreigner, presents a gift to the Lord in fulfillment of a vow or as a freewill offering, you must accept it only if it is without fault. If you find that the animal has any defect, it must not be offered as a burnt offering to the Lord. You must bring a perfect animal, either a young bull or a sheep or a goat, to be accepted by the Lord. You must not offer an animal that has any defect, for the Lord will not accept it. When you present a peace offering to the Lord, it must be perfect and without fault. If you bring a blind or crippled or deformed animal to offer as a gift, it will not be accepted on your behalf. If you offer a gift that is defective because it has been castrated, it may be accepted, but a perfect animal is better. You must not offer an animal whose testicles have been crushed, cut off, or torn out. Such animals must not be brought to the altar as an offering to the Lord. You must not take a gift from a foreigner and offer it on the altar as a burnt offering to the Lord, because it is considered flawed. And the Lord said to Moses, "When a young bull, a sheep, or a goat is born, it must not be offered to the Lord during its first week. During its first 7 days it must remain with its mother. From the 8th day on, it may be accepted as a special gift to the Lord as a burnt offering or as a peace offering, but it must be without fault. You must not slaughter a cow and her calf on the same day. When you bring a gift of thanksgiving to the Lord, you must offer it in such a way that it will be accepted. Eat it on the same day it is offered. Don't save any of it until morning. I am the Lord. So you must obey all my laws and commands. I am the Lord. Do not bring disgrace upon my holy name, but keep it holy among the people of Israel. I am the Lord who makes you holy. It is I who brought you out of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord." Leviticus chapter 23, verses 1 to 44. The Lord said to Moses, "Give the people of Israel the following list of my appointed festivals. You must announce them to the people as holy days when they are to assemble for worship. There are 6 days when you may work, but the 7th day is a Sabbath day of complete rest, a holy day dedicated to the Lord. Anyone who works on that day must be put to death. You may work during the 6 weekdays, but on the 7th day you must stop, even during the plowing season and harvest. In addition to the Sabbath, the Lord has appointed these other holy days that you are to celebrate in the proper season each year. The first of these is the Passover, celebrated on the evening of the 14th day of the first month. The next day, the 15th, is the festival of unleavened bread. This festival is to continue for 7 days. On the first day of the festival, you are not to eat any bread made with yeast, and for 7 days no bread made with yeast is to be seen among you, even in all your territory. On the first day of the festival, you are to hold a sacred assembly, and another on the seventh day. No work of any kind is to be done on these days, except to prepare the food you need to eat. For 7 days you are to present special gifts to the Lord. On the seventh day there is to be a holy assembly, when you must do no work of any kind. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Give the following instructions to the people of Israel. When you enter the land I am giving you and you harvest your first crops, bring the sheaf of the first grain to the priest. On the day after the Sabbath, the priest must lift it up before the Lord to be accepted. This is to be done on behalf of the whole nation. On the same day that the sheaf is lifted up, you must also offer a yearling lamb as a burnt offering to the Lord, to be accepted as a sweet fragrance. Along with the burnt offering, you must also present a grain offering of 4 quarts of choice flour mixed with olive oil, and a drink offering of a quart of wine. You must not eat any bread or roasted grain or fresh grain from your harvest until you have presented this special gift to your God. This is a permanent law for you, and it must be kept from generation to generation, wherever you live." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Count off 7 full weeks from the time you first present the sheaf of the first grain harvest. Then on the day after the 7th Sabbath, celebrate the festival of harvest when you bring to the Lord a new grain offering. From wherever you live, bring 2 loaves of bread to be lifted up before the Lord as a special offering. Each loaf is to be made of 4 quarts of choice flour baked with yeast. These loaves will be a special gift to the Lord to be given to the priest. Along with the bread, you must also present 7 one-year-old male lambs without any defect, 1 young bull, and 2 rams as burnt offerings to the Lord. They will be a sweet fragrance to him. You must also present a grain offering of 4 quarts of flour mixed with olive oil, and a drink offering of a quart of wine with each of the rams. And you are to offer 1 male goat as a sin offering, and 2 one-year-old male lambs as a peace offering. The priest is to lift up the 2 lambs as a special wave offering to the Lord, to be accepted for you. They will be holy to the Lord and belong to the priest. This same day is to be a sacred festival, a holy day for you. Do no work at all. This is a permanent law for you, to be kept from generation to generation, wherever you live. When you harvest your crops, do not harvest all the way to the corners of your field, or gather the heads of grain that fall. Leave them for the poor and the foreigners living among you. I am the Lord your God." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Tell the people of Israel, on the first day of the 7th month, you are to observe a day of complete rest, a holy day when you are to assemble for worship. No work of any kind is to be done on that day. On this day you are to sound the trumpets as a special offering to the Lord. This day is to be a special day of rest for you, and you are to humble yourselves by fasting. No work of any kind is to be done on that day." The Lord said to Moses, "The Day of Atonement is to be observed on the 10th day of the 7th month. It will be a holy day when you are to humble yourselves by fasting and not do any work. For on this day the priest will make atonement for you, to cleanse you from all your sins, so that you will be clean before the Lord. This is to be a permanent law for you. On this day you must humble yourselves by fasting, and no work of any kind is to be done. Anyone who fails to deny himself on this day must be cut off from his people. I will destroy anyone who does any work on this day from among his own people. You must not do any work at all. This is a permanent law for you and your descendants, wherever you live. From evening of the 9th day of the month until the following evening, you are to observe this day of rest as a special day for holy assembly." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Announce to the people of Israel the following festival. The festival of shelters begins on the 15th day of the 7th month and continues for 7 days. This festival is to be celebrated in the fall, when you have gathered all your harvest from the fields. For 7 days you are to present special gifts to the Lord. The first day is a sacred day of complete rest. Do no work of any kind. For 7 days you are to present special gifts to the Lord. On the 8th day you are to hold a solemn assembly and do no regular work. These are the special days that you are to celebrate as festivals in the Lord's honor. Present special gifts and burnt offerings, grain offerings and drink offerings, each on its proper day. These are not to be offered in addition to your regular burnt offerings or grain offerings or drink offerings, nor are they to be offered in place of them. Remember to celebrate the festival of shelters in the fall, beginning on the 15th day of the 7th month, after you have gathered all the produce of your land. This festival celebrates the Lord's deliverance of your ancestors from Egypt, and it is a sacred festival. You must not do any work on the first day. For 7 days you are to present special gifts to the Lord. On the first day you must take branches from splendid trees, palm branches, boughs from leafy trees, and willows that grow along the streams, and celebrate before the Lord your God for 7 days. You are to celebrate this festival to the Lord for 7 days each year. This is a permanent law for you, to be kept from generation to generation, wherever you live. For 7 days you are to live in temporary shelters, as a reminder that the people of Israel lived in such shelters when I brought them out of Egypt. I am the Lord your God, and so the people of Israel must celebrate this festival. Then Moses gave these instructions to the people of Israel about the festivals of the Lord.